Really? Fucking A. I didn't press it twice. Are you shitting me right now? Waste of a perfectly good potion.
And you say they made it after you placed the moonstone?
Do you know why or what it means? Does it have to do with the snidgets?
The breadth of one's knowledge can be as wide as the seas, and yet only run so deep.
It's good to see you again, Doran. Did Poppy tell you about everything that's happened?
She did, and I am glad to see that you are both safely returned. I did question the wisdom of sending you on a path at a time when that path was unknown at best, deadly at worst. But
Thanks
the
for
acumen
that.
of the centaurs is neither personal nor partial. The skies tell us what is to come, and often we do not know what we have seen until it has come to pass.
You knew the poachers would try to kill Poppy and me.
I did not know, my young friend, but I shall say that I was not surprised. It was in much the same manner that I expected our first meeting.
I don't suppose you'd like to start from the beginning. I think Poppy and I could use that.
Of course. I find it is often the best place to start, is it not? Many, many moons ago, I divined a series of events. Their meaning long evaded me, until you brought news of the snidgets and their poacher pursuers. I believe the symbol created by the Mooncalves dance marks the place the snidgets are hidden. And serendipitously, I believe that I know the very place.
Please, go on.
Serendipitously.
I have seen that symbol only once, on a rock face in the cliffs of the forest. You should make haste there. The snidgets that have been kept there for so many years may no longer be safe.
You said you divined a series of events before our paths crossed. What were they?
I saw the arrival of a stranger, the threat of an enemy, and the return of an old friend. I believe now that you are the strangers. The poachers are the enemy, and the old friends are the snidgets. I also saw two places tied to these events: the cave with the moonstone and the henge. The latter was bathed in moonlight.
What makes you so sure the symbol is where the snidgets are?
I do not know. It is what I have read in the stars. Fortunes play out as they are intended. I am merely a messenger. I shall say that fortune favors us today. That you would show me a symbol whose provenance I recognize is not coincidence, but fate.
If you're right about this place, then we should make our way there.
I shall see you there. We cannot afford to lose the snidgets once again.
The snow actually glitters. It's awesome.
How remarkable. I got here as soon as I could.
Did you see the symbol above the entrance? It's the one the Mooncalves made at the henge. Of course Doran implied as much, but to see it up there...
Could this actually be where the snidgets are hidden?
Let's find out. Doran's waiting for us just up ahead.
I'm ready if you are.
Can you believe it? Actual snidgets. I'm glad we seem to be a step ahead of the poachers.
It is a little strange we haven't heard anything from them.
If we're lucky, they're still poring over Gran's research. There was a fair amount. We, on the other hand, had Doran to guide us. Even if the poachers do somehow stumble upon this place, we shall be long gone.
I've been here before, and I think this is where I found something that was like a puzzle. but I couldn't figure it out. Yep. Yep, I've been here
Greetings.
before.
I hope we haven't kept you waiting long,
Now I know
Darren.
why I couldn't figure it out.
Not at all. Then again, it is not I who awaits your arrival. Do you have the Moonstone with you?
We do.
Good. It is as important to what happens next as both of you are.
So, what does happen next? What are these pillars here?
A safeguard, I suspect. There is only one way to find out. And as for how to go about that, the two of you may know better than anyone.
Okay. The sun. Just this one. Pull that one over here.
I wonder if the pillars move at all.
And then this. Does it go there? Maybe it goes here.
Here. Perhaps it has to do with the light and the darkness.
Okay. Well, those are the same symbols as over there.
Here. Perhaps it has to do with the light and the darkness.
So, I think maybe those are the two that need to be lit up.
Here. Perhaps it has to do with the light and the darkness. Here. That did it!
Here we
Look,
go.
Doran, a doorway.
I suspect we all know what lies beyond that passage. And now,
Snidgets?
I'm afraid I must leave you. At least for a time.
You're not coming in with us.
If the snidgets are here, the herd will want to see the truth of it for themselves. Alec especially. Go on without me. I will rejoin as soon as I am able.
What even is this place? Seems like a weird place for snidgets. Oh, never mind.
So many books.
You haven't seen my grand study.
Revelio.
Look at the murals on the wall. They're all creatures. This place must have been built to protect them. They had nothing to fear.
What makes you say that?
The poacher camps always felt oppressive. It's hard to explain, but the feeling was palpable. At least to me. The sense I get here is of safety and calm. Quite the opposite of the poacher camps.
What are you, like an
Confirmed.
empath? Big chest. Ooh. This is really cool. It's so cool. Nice. Gorgeous. Search for the snidgets? I mean, I can see them right above me. It's so cool. Oh my god. Oh. That is awesome. Things like that in nature. Freaking wild. So cool.
Confringo! Lumos.
Lumos.
I wonder if there's another way up there. Maybe it wraps around or something.
Confringo!
I'll wager this isn't the dead end it seems to be. But how to get through?
Right there. Or are those just normal birds?
Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Easy. Okay, now what? Probably
Confringo.
that.
Places.
Now? Ooh,
Of course. How clever.
very cool. Gosh.
Look
at
at
it.
this place.
Little puppy sweeting!
What?
Forgot how to cover your tracks?
Oh.
What was that? Not daring.
Really?
That's
Bombarda.
Confringo!
Well. Finger. Places. Finger.
Avoiding us.
Too late, we already took care of him.
Ready your ones. The fight has only just.
Stupefy.
Stop and
Stupefy. Finger.
go!
two of you unharmed. I had hoped to return before it was too late.
We're fine, but if you hadn't got here when you did, I led them here, Doran.
You fought with us against your kind. I am glad to have witnessed this. I now believe all that Doran told me.
They are the ones I saw.
Finish your work here, brother. All the events you divined have not yet come to pass.
Let's go into the sanctuary. Finally see this midget. This must have been just normal birds I saw earlier. Whoa. Kind of creepy with the mask I'm wearing.
There they are. Now, all that remains is to break the charm.
You want us to...
What are we doing? Why are we breaking what?
I only ever wanted to see them safe, which they are. You should do it.
Are they gonna hatch immediately? No, look at it.
Merlin, they're lovely.
So cute.
But what happens now? They can't care for themselves, and surely once word gets out of their reappearance...
No harm will come to them. The centaurs will see to that. You have my word.
Thank you, Doran, for helping us to find them and to fight for them.
It is you who deserves the merit, child. You did what the poachers would never have. Remember that.
I want to look at them again. They're so tiny.
You both fought bravely today. Allow us to carry the mantle from here.
If it's all right, Doran, I think I'd like to stay behind and spend a little more time with the snidgets.
Look at him. You're so itty bitty. One region I for sure haven't gone to yet. The village. So my guess is there might be one more, like, small little quest left to do. See if anything else pops up in owl mail. Don't mind me, just coming through. No reaction. Yep, there's a quest.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
It's up there. Let's do some looking around first. Creepy. Oh, hello?
Is everything all right, madam?
Olivier, Madame Olivier, and no, everything is not all right. The vermin known as the Ashwinders have infested nearby Clagmar Castle, disrupting not only our sense of peace, but our valuable trade. It appeared that they were finally going to slither away until Sylvanus Selwyn arrived.
Sylvanus Selwyn?
Head rat. My guess is that if someone were to take out Selwyn, the rest of the Ashwinders would disperse. But Selwyn is a skilled wizard. I certainly can't take care of him myself. Believe me, I wish I could. I'm at my wit's end.
Sylvana Selwyn. I thought Victor Rookwood headed up the Ashwinders.
Selwyn's one of Rookwood's lieutenants. Not quite as terrifying as Theophilus Harlow, but a menace nonetheless.
What's so dangerous about the Ashwinders?
They're not your typical thieves and extortionists. Not that typical thieves and extortionists are lovely company. They would not leave poor Bella Navarro alone. She'd given them everything, but still they kept threatening her. She was ready to go back to her family in Italy, almost lost her livelihood. They are ruthless.
Where is Clagmar Castle?
Clagmar Castle's along the south coast, south and to the west of here.
I could take care of Selwyn for you.
Goodness, no! I'd never ask a student to confront Selwyn. But I'm offering a nice bounty on his head. Feel free to put the word out.
Like, what, 16 years old? Did I already take care of it? I must have already done that.
Selwyn has been taken care of.
You defeated Selwyn? Merlin's
When did I do
beard.
that?
A student took down one of Rookwood's top filth. Then I suppose this bounty
Took
is
down Rookwood,
yours.
too.
Well deserved.
I'm glad I could help protect
Why am I
Crowcross and
still
the
holding the
Ashwinders.
Thunder Brew?
The thieves will finally leave us alone. Thanks to you. You're welcome in Cragcroft any time. It's such a pleasant place when it's not being threatened by Ashwinders.
Is that? I think that might be it. Or not? Poppy blooms. Okay. Meet her in the Great Hall.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
I see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
Of course. It's the sort of thing friends do for each other, isn't it?
I suppose so. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the Three Broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the Three Broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with Highwing, and well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs popping in for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
Can I say that in a way that that just sounds like you should go with me? We can go together. I'm gonna say it.
Highwing is nice company, but perhaps it's time to add a few more friends to your circle.
I am
Like me.
starting to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my
I know,
parents
humans.
and Gran
Ugh.
with someone. And share Highwing.
Does your Gran know that we found the Snidgets?
I couldn't hold it in any longer. I told her everything. She was livid that I'd been anywhere near the poachers,
Yeah.
but she confessed that she was rather envious about the Snidgets.
I don't suppose you've heard anything from your parents, have you?
I haven't, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
Fair.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it.
I feel like it's been more than
And
that.
with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer soon.
There we go.
Perhaps Highwing can join us?
Perfect. See if I can get any last dialogue things from the teachers.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord.
I mean, I'm
But if
looking
you
pretty
truly
celestial,
desire to
both
chart
in
the
game and
courses
in
of the
real life.
cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
I think so.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Epoch?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in
humbug.
its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar. The other is mere lunacy.
Listen, astrology has a lot of coincidences. That's all I'm
Thank you,
gonna say.
Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Oh, another one?
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
May I ask what attracted you to astronomy?
You may. Might I assume from your inquiry that you wonder how anyone may have an interest in astronomy?
No.
Oh, not at all, Professor. I find it intriguing and wanted to know more about your work.
Ah, that is good to hear. So often those who do not fully understand all that can be gleaned from the stars question astronomy's relevance. Misperceptions frequently arise due to the confusion of astronomy with astrology, the ridiculousness of which I shall not deign to discuss. To answer your question, it was my dear sister who first sparked my interest in stargazing. The two of us spent countless nights on our rooftops staring at the cosmos. It was one of the only subjects we could study together.
I'm not sure I follow, Professor. Why was that?
My sister is a squib. Clever, hardworking, and generous, but a squib nonetheless. The only non-magical child born to our family in generations, poor thing. Although she manages exceptionally well.
How unfortunate. I mean, that would really suck, but I mean, obviously you can survive without magic, but obviously you'd rather have the abilities.
It sounds as if she's a lovely person and accomplished.
She is. And to her credit, while she was once disappointed not to attend Hogwarts, she has excelled in Muggle school. One of the first women, we suspect, to have attended Cambridge.
Wow.
Well disguised at the time by our mother as a gentleman scholar. And as astronomy is one subject shared between the Muggle world and ours, she and I have been able to maintain that common interest. We still sneak up to a rooftop now and then to gaze upwards, courtesy of a levitation charm rather than a trellis nowadays.
Thank you for telling me about your sister, Professor.
I was glad to. It is good to be reminded of all that one can accomplish when one embraces who one is. Now off you go. I am sure you've a star chart to review somewhere.
I like her. Except for the part about not liking divinity, but that's fine. To each their own. God, this guy again. Again? Harassing the same student. What jerk. Is he not in here? Oh, where would he be? There he is. Ooh, something new.
Professor, do you have a moment to speak again?
You do realize I have classes to teach. Very well. How may I assist you?
Why did you leave your position as an Auror to come to Hogwarts?
Perhaps you haven't heard the myriad rumors they think I don't hear.
Was it due to an injury suffered during your time with the Ministry?
I would still be an Auror today if my injury hadn't precluded it. The Ministry was all too ready to keep me on. Buried under parchment, of course, helping run the Auror recruitment program. But if I'm meant for a life confined to a desk, well, I might as well share my expertise while searching for a way to heal my blasted leg. And the Hogwarts Library is not to be underestimated.
You're seeking to heal the damage done to your leg?
As I said, lest you think for a moment that fear played any role in my departure, allow me to enlighten you. It was not fear, but fate that steered my hand.
I'll not let fear dictate my future either.
Well said. However, it's worth noting that fear can be a great motivator, and that one must conquer it.
Indeed, sir. Thank you for your time. And I do hope you find a cure for your injury.
Yes. Well, I'm certain you have an empty cauldron waiting for you somewhere.
Yes, Professor, of course.
Divination. Hope, what's her name? Can't remember. Onai. Professor Onai has something interesting to say. Divination and botany would probably be my favorite classes. Maybe also defense against the dark arts. There's a little bubble thing. Hopefully she's up here then. Yes.
Professor, could you tell me how you and Natty ended up at Hogwarts?
I can. That is an easy question. We are here because of Professor Weasley.
You knew Professor Weasley when you were in Uganda?
I knew of Professor Weasley. As you may or may not be aware, Professor Weasley's work once took her around the globe. Without providing detail that is not mine to share, I can say that she was well known in our wizarding community for, well, sharing magical knowledge between countries.
Didn't she tell us that she did stuff for the Ministry of Magic?
Professor Weasley seems quite knowledgeable, so I'm not surprised to hear that she'd do that sort of thing.
Indeed. Although I suspect there is much about each of your professors that would surprise and impress you. Such exchanges of information, ministry sanctioned or not, have occurred for centuries. It was an African sorcerer, in fact, who shared the unlocking charm with a certain wizard from London. A thief, rather unfortunately.
I see.
But, back to your original question. Professor Weasley had heard of my work and life in Matabeleland, and my time teaching at Ouagadougou. She was deputy headmistress at Hogwarts by then, and when the position of divination professor became available, she contacted me. Her timing was perfect. I had just foreseen a change in Nat's size and my circumstances and knew that we needed to leave Uganda. Natsai was as ready as I was for a new adventure. So, off we went.
Natty has spoken of your move. She was quite kind to me my first day here, in Charms.
That sounds like Natsai. I'm glad she has found a friend in you. Now, I must return to my work. As I've told Natsai, do be careful. I had a vision earlier this year of her with a friend, flying on winged beasts. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she will neither confirm nor deny my visions, unless it suits her.
Already happened.